Dale Matthews, Grants Pass. So it turns out, and after talking with legal counsel, he says, oh yes, this is a legitimate concern. It may be that the entire North Valley Industrial Park project, into which we, out of our pockets, county pockets and state pockets, have poured millions of dollars, that may all just be given away to Grants Pass City. In about a dozen years, perhaps. That's what Keith Eck said. When were you going to tell us about that? At yesterday's meeting, at the very end, you have to wait till the very end, Simon Hare suggested that perhaps there should be some kind of marijuana task force set up, something like that. And that to be made up of people, well, we don't know what kind of people will be made up. I've got a pretty good idea of what kind of people you're going to pick. And he said, well, I'll bring that up under matters from commissioners. Well, then it's not on the agenda. And the people who might like to be part of that, pro or con marijuana, they're not going to know anything about it. Why wouldn't this kind of thing be on the agenda? Because it sounded like you said, you may have misspoken, that you were going to do that on Thursday. Plenty of time to put it on the agenda for Thursday when you mention it on Tuesday. But there'd certainly be a reason why you would not want to tell people that that was a possibility, even at a workshop, because then they can't show up and be there, hey, what about me? When were you going to tell us about that? Larry Graves came to you the day after you suggested that it would be a great idea to approve this drone project at the airport. And he said, I've got some people who are working real hard out there, but the main reason they need more money is they're going to be working on this drone project. Well, great, we'll give them money starting in January. They haven't done a lick of work on the drone project. They can't have done any projects like that. It's cost us money. You said it doesn't cost us any money? It has cost us money. You didn't tell the truth. So now that that project is over, why are these people still continuing to get double the amount of time? When were you going to tell us about your solution for that problem? They're getting paid for work they've never had to do. Larry Graves also got involved in an incident with a person at the airport where he said, F you, F this, F that. And I want you off this airport. Well, you apparently gave him a warning. He's just done it again. When were you going to tell us about that? What's your plan of action for this guy? When are you going to fire him? Well, he's such a great employee. Yeah, it doesn't matter if he's a great employee. If you've got a whole bucket of vanilla ice cream and you got a swirl in the middle and it's not really made out of fudge, you're not going to want to eat any of that. This guy's got a swirl in the middle. It's time to say goodbye to you, Larry Graves. You can't talk to people that way. It's like that's all. When were you going to tell us about this?
I'd like to remain silent about Mr. Matthews because his logic is not worth addressing.